only thing in
The two,
the
I
only
think they're
thing that we have-
narwhals, and it's like, but he is fucking him in the head. Like they're having sex in the
Well,
blowhole or whatever.
Yeah.
well,
That's
all
great.
right. So the only thing that we have that's similar, there's the actual scene in what The Boys, where this chick is trying to fuck this character named the Deep. He's like a character of Aquaman,
Who else saw
and she.
Shape of Water?
I did.
Did you harbor?
The fuck?
Did you get turned on when she fucked the whatever creature from the Black Lagoon? Basically.
No.
Well, then you are clearly not a fan of having sex with fish people, Raleigh.
Yeah, I didn't think I was.
I think you should be.
I
So
think you missed a butterfly, by the way.
now
You do?
I
If
Yeah.
you
want to-
found the one I couldn't
want-
find, that would be so
I
excellent.
think when you start the butterfly game, you have to go to the right first.
I
You
have
guys hear
tried
me?
that and it did not work. But you
I
might be
would
right.
like
Maybe
an
I just cocked
opportunity.
it up.
That might be the second butterfly game. I don't remember.
Oh, there's
which
more
one.
than one.
There's two butterfly games, and they're both fucking awful.
Because I could only find 6, and if you're right, then
There's
that
definitely-
solves all my
there's-
shit.
Definitely more than 6, I can tell you.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. But like, I go up. Okay, so that is I think 3 right there.
Oh, you're not okay. Yeah, you're not getting far enough along.
Well, hold on, I'm not done.
Well, yeah, you
There
are.
we go. That's
Time's
4. Amount of time, I think. Yeah, but I can normally get to the top of that thing, and you end up with 6.
You gotta go further. I think there's one behind the stupid open chest that's like there's multiple open chests, but I can try and point out the right one to you
All right, let's try it.
if I fucking
So-
remember this.
This is the point I would like to make.
Oh, boy.
So
Got
person
one.
has gills.
Yeah.
Exact
2.
same biology, except they have gills and they can breathe underwater, right? That's the outlined facts, right?
Yeah.
So I would argue that would make them a less superior
You're running
Species.
way too zigzaggy.
because that gives a more
Okay, got
chance of infection because it's another opening in the body.
Okay,
And
but I
that would-
said identical to other humans aside
doesn't-
from the gills.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, you
But
still
the
got like
gills make
4
it
more to go after this.
less superior because
I
it
hit
opens
the
them
top
up
of that. I'm
for
just
more
getting really
infection.
unlucky with their.
So they would have higher
flight,
death rate.
flight
Therefore,
patterns.
they would be less
It just
superior.
sucks. It just sucks, dude. It just,
Yeah, I know.
It's just an awful fucking
But
minigame.
I've made it to
Hold
the
on,
top of the
hold on.
ramp and shit,
Actually-
and there's only 6.
It's a real simple question. Are they like genetically modified humans?
No,
Or
they're
are they
humans,
like
humans.
fish people?
They're humans, but with gills.
Ah,
Oh,
That's
Then
why
they're
I
not
wanted to
humans.
clear it up.
oh.
humans. Right? By definition, they're not humans.
Well, I mean,
Sure.
by definition, a robodong is blah 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 blah.
No, but like literally,
last
by
one is up
definition, they wouldn't
here.
be human.
There's
Yeah.
2 more up here.
Like their
I've
whole
only seen the
anatomy
one,
was-
so if you
You have
found...
to hook around to the right and keep going.
hook around to the right.
Where you are right now.
All
Go
right, let's
up,
about to
down.
send it back.
You have to like go up that thing and then hook around to the right.
Well, let's go. Let's
Maybe
go
we're
back
just
to
thinking
the
too
game.
deep into this.
So you go
Well, I mean, we're trying
here.
to negotiate the answer more or less to find something that's acceptable for everybody.
I think some people are
Raleigh, are you having
fixating on
regrets that
the
you
gill people too
presented this
much.
very lighthearted hypothetical to this group?
Well,
Get-
like,
Be
they're
kind,
not-
get rid of all the foreigners.
Question
not-
would
you-
be,
my-
would
my-
they
my-
be
my-
a superior
Oh
race? And
yeah,
I
you
would say no.
can. Oh my gosh,
Well,
I
they
missed this
wouldn't
whole
be a
fucking
race, they
area.
just would
Yeah,
be
there's
a-
like
I thought
2 or
this was
3
a dead
butterflies.
end right here.
Nope.
Oh, fucking retard. Oh my gosh. Ugh,
It'd be
I'm
like
liable
completely
to.
different.
It's alright, man. You
Yeah.
figured it out. That's the
Yeah.
important part.
It'd be like Neanderthals,
Final
right?
Fantasy.
Am I wrong?
If you have the perseverance to do both of the butterfly games, you're decently well along.
Hello, is this on?
Yeah, what's up?
You're kind of really
I
quiet.
said they would be like fucking Neanderthals, right?
No.
Why would they be Neanderthals?
Well, they'll be
Identical
like,
to other humans, plus
Homo
skills.
sapiens.
I do not understand what is so hard to understand about this.
Okay, so start running immediately too. Yeah.
You get extra
Because
little
You get
what
like
do you
a
mean by
couple extra
identical to
seconds.
other humans? Like they just like came out the fucking womb, out the fucking
Yeah, like
fucking
X-Men.
oceans, being like
Oh my
X-Men?
god, Fritz,
Okay,
that is killing
sure, fine, yeah,
Yes,
they're
it is.
fucking yeah. I guess.
you. Got that one
They're-
down. At least that's-
I would argue that they are not superior because it would open them up to infections that normal humans just wouldn't have.
Oh, you mean like something that would be not identical to humans?
Well, even humans can't just go other
No, it's
places
like-
and be like, yeah, we're fine.
It's just saying
You
like,
gotta get
okay,
a fucking immune.
I
You gotta get a mutation shot if you want to go to
I
Oh,
have
you're
that many
opening
more
up a
vectors
real
for
bad
infection.
line of logic
Yeah.
there.
yeah, this is going down an interesting path, to say
What-
the
what are you
least.
If you
saying
think that
like,
a race is inferior because it goes somewhere else in the world and gets a disease,
Oh yeah.
oh,
don't let
that's-
that go any
yeah,
further.
yeah, you
dude.
don't
Yeah,
want to
that's
take
really
that
bad.
line of
Did
questioning
I
any
say
further.
they're
Really,
inferior?
really bad.
No.
But the location that they do go in might matter because if it's a more dry, arid location,
but
the
what I'm
gills would
saying
actually
is-
become more infected easier.
Also, and what I'm not saying is they're not. I'm not saying they're inferior. I'm just saying you can't claim you're superior if you can't like fucking just go somewhere and not just die.
Well, but
Right.
why would that?
Gosh.
How is that identical to other humans, though?
What do you mean?
I-
That's exactly
Oh.
you can't go to Africa
I think my
unless you
brain
get a
is
fucking
bleeding.
shot.
No, no,
Right.
I can't. I'd have to get a bunch of shots. But like,
Yes, they would have to do the same if they were to just come to like the surface.
Sounds exactly identical to other humans,
yeah,
doesn't it?
yeah.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. So how does that make you superior?
I'm
Because
saying
you have gills.
because you can breathe underwater. It has
Oh.
nothing to do with anything other than breathing underwater. The only difference between
How
them.
about you phrase it this way? If there was a race of people that not had gills, just were able to breathe underwater, how about that?
That would be superior, yes.
There you
The
go. Oh my
gills-
gosh.
The physical,
Finally, the answer.
the physical gills being open on the side of your neck would be the negative.
Why would it
factor
have to be
that
the
I'm
neck?
thinking. Where would they be
Where else
located?
would- it could
I
be
mean, that is
outside.
kind of
It
the
doesn't matter.
implication of the
It
guild.
doesn't matter.
What if
doesn't
it was
matter.
on their unwashed legs?
Okay,
What-
then that
all
would
right,
definitely-
wait, let's
that would
turn this around.
definitely
Why are their
help them.
legs unwashed? You fucking racist prick.
No, unwashed legs
Also,
has nothing to do with race.
They're water-dwelling people.
Uh,
Their legs
I
are
think-
I'm
constantly-
gonna assume that every Italian
Our
has
our
unwashed
our
legs.
anecdotal research would disagree with you, Mike, that washing legs does have something to do with race. Because the only people we've found that don't wash their legs are white people.
White people. Yeah.
There's gotta be some.
I don't
black
know if
people
you
out there.
heard,
I mean, there's
but
just too many black
Mike-
people for that not to be true.
Mike, I don't know if
I
you
mean, I'm
heard,
pretty
but they
sure
asked
there
me the
are.
same question, and I
Yeah.
went, yeah.
There's
Even when
definitely
I
some
was
fake
homeless
ass
and
black
taking
people
bird
don't
baths
fucking
and
fake it.
shit, I would wash my legs.
There's definitely some people who do not fucking wash their legs.
This arranged version is better.
The arranged version of the
Uh,
battle music is definitely
Yeah.
better.
Yeah, it's
I would
much less
say.
grating.
You want to know something a little interesting? I noticed. Indians don't really take a shower every day.
They're also like the worst tippers.
The what?
Tippers.
Indians?
Yeah, for like delivery and stuff like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I never knew that.
Ah,
But I know they don't take a shower
I
every
keep
day
ending up with
because
6,
I was
even with that
talking to
extra
them
little area.
at the
I'm Googling
gas
this.
station. They were like, "Yeah, no, Americans they take a shower every night, so like
Dude, there's a lot of
they're cool
Americans
with
that don't
using
shower in
no,
the...
yeah. Hey, but they're cool with like using paper, like using like tissue paper with wiping their butt because like they don't take they take a shower every night and they wash it off and like water is cleaner, so like they use the lota, which is like a garden hoe almost, like with the drip spout.
You're
And
cutting
I
in
don't
and
know,
out. I'm
as
sorry, man.
they use a garden hose with a drip spout.
Okay.
So, and it's called the Loda. And I'm not exactly 100% sure how they use it. It's like, I guess they kind of like pour it on their backside and then like with their other hand, like kind of like wipe it off. That's my best guess. I don't know if you guys heard that.
No?
I did not parse it.
I said they pour it on their back and they kind of wipe it off with their other hand.
Okay.
And that's
Okay.
how they use the bathroom. Okay. Okay, Grandma.
You talking about fucking people not washing themselves properly?
I mean, no, this
Talking
is
about a
like them.
specific race of people not washing
Yeah.
themselves. It's like the ultimate grandpa vibes.
Right.
Coming over
Oh,
the
God.
border, they
I'm
don't even
saying-
wash themselves properly and use a little dripper. They drip it on their back and roll down.
Yeah, you
Got a
sound
garden
like
hose.
such a fucking boomer right now.
Alright, my internet is not working that well for this for whatever reason. Can someone look this up, too?
I mean, there's not that much to look up. You kind of have.
Just, like, where are they? Just, like, if I'm missing them.
Isn't it
You're
random?
not missing. You're not missing any so far. No, it's not
Or-
random at all.
5.
You're just getting caught on the triple.
You're getting caught on this last one here. There's like 3 butterflies, and it's very hard to get around them.
Yeah, and you don't lose time if you hit
Yes,
a red one.
Butterflies.
Yes, you do.
Are these
You do?
butterflies?
Yes, you do lose time if you hit a red one.
That's why
How
it
much
ends
do
it
you
like
lose?
immediately after you hit these.
Okay, there's
Two.
like another one. Keep going, keep going. Fuck.
See, it always just shoots me out the other end, though. I didn't see that last one. Where was it?
You have to keep going. It's like right at the fucking end.
Dang it.
Yeah,
Okay.
this would like not be fun to me. I would have probably, especially as a kid, would have gave up right around there.
Yeah, the ultimate weapons in this game are pretty notoriously annoying.
Yes. Hard agree.
As a kid, I would have never been able to do this.
Yeah,
I couldn't do
you
fucking water temple.
like
Fuck
straight up
this.
need a walkthrough for this game. Like,
Yeah, the ultimate weapons are extremely obtuse. That might even
Yeah, I
be
literally
generous.
never would have guessed. Ah, fuck. That I needed to do any of this shit.
Run.
yeah,
Fucking
it's
fuck that. Run. I guess you run.
Like, I saw that feather,
Okay.
went, oh, that's cool. I should come back to that. I did, and tried it again, and nothing. Oh
You
shit,
don't
she doesn't
anything
have
that can
capture.
team wipe.
well, it's a good thing I'm here to backseat you into oblivion.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
more like
makes you seem
backseating
white.
him into heaven.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, it's very helpful. I don't.
For me, it feels
Okay.
like a.
Ah, fuck!
Does he have to fight them?
No, I just keep hitting the.
You do
fucking-
need. He does need to capture them, so it kind of makes
Yeah,
sense.
it's not like the worst thing that could
Fucking
happen,
go
but
through.
it's definitely not ideal.
Capturing is
Keep
like,
going. Yeah, you didn't make it.
Just don't see it.
You gotta keep going. You're not getting far enough. You gotta not get hit by these butterflies.
Yeah.
dodge
Can you
the
imagine
butterfly.
how infuriating this would be in real life? Just like if
Oh
somebody
my
was
fucking god!
like
I
captured.
can't get shot the butterflies. Oh, the blue butterflies.
Now,
Oh, you
Would
only
he have
captured 6 in 30 seconds. Oh, you gotta start over, bro.
would he have an easier time if he had gills?
If there was water involved, yeah.
But there's not.
I don't
I would say he would have
know.
a harder time if he had gills because he would be kind of like having to deal with having gills outside of water.
Depends. It depends. Do they assist your respiratory functions on land as well?
No, they would not.
Well,
They're gills.
they could.
Why?
Gills do not help breathing air at all.
Gills
it seems
do-
like these gills just do whatever.
Fish cannot live on land, but gills
no
do
shit.
allow, when gills are wet, they do allow for some oxygen transfer.
Well, that's the whole point.
Right, but like
Is
that's
that
the
they're able
thing. They have to be wet,
There it is!
right? But
Oh,
they're not wet.
You
They're
found it
a
at least.
nanosecond.
You
Was it
literally
gonna
just
be,
have
like,
to not
splashing
hit any
water on
butterflies,
them?
any red
Yeah.
ones.
all the time.
You wouldn't have to be in water all the time. No, you're
Yeah, but the
identical
point
to
is-
other
I said,
humans.
well, they have
When
to
they're
be
outside
splashing
of water, they would not help at all. They would actually hinder
Yeah,
you
so they
because
would just,
they're not in
would
water.
they just be
How would they
splashing
hinder
water
you?
on them?
Yeah, how
Because
would
they're
they
exactly
hinder you?
dry.
identical to another human.
How are they going to help you?
You
It
just
would be
close
They're
your
not. They're
close your gill flaps, and then it's just a neck or a leg.
Yeah.
Okay, now you're modifying what they are.
No.
No, that's
they're
how
close.
gills
Gills?
function.
Close. No,
No,
gills do not
they don't
close.
function like
Yes,
Yes,
they
Gills
do.
do.
close.
They absolutely
Yes,
do.
they do.
Have you
No,
ever
they-
seen
Yes,
a fish?
yes,
Trash.
yes, you got this.
They don't.
Yes.
Hey.
Close like a fucking
Go get
With
the
my
chest,
balls.
you
a flap
dingus.
that you can just retract or some shit.
Oh
It's not
no.
like a flap like you can just
Oh,
retract.
no.
or
Do you have
something.
to
No,
do it
Fritz,
again?
you have to do it again. You zoned out.
Oh.
Oh my. Fuck.
I mean, if he didn't have gills, this would have probably been fine.
I mean, that's very
That's
true.
literally just racist. Kill people of the inferior race, y'all.
Dang it! Do I
They're
really
better
have to
than
do
us
that whole
in
thing
kids' bone
again?
because they have extra bone in their foot. Nothing to do with the gills.
Yeah.
Oh man, these hurt my ears too.
I saw him at Municipal, and he played for 13 hours.
Oh, shoot.
Alright, so here's... Okay, gills are very delicate, almost paper-like structures that depend on the buoyancy of water to remain open. Therefore, they cannot be force closed by any sort of muscle tissue. Therefore,
Thank
they are
you.
susceptible outside of water to more infection
Thank
and
you.
everything because they cannot be closed.
I
They
have
rely.
seen a fish.
You missed a
They
part of
even
that
have
though.
this
No, no,
They
no, no.
rely on the
Tony.
buoyancy of water to be
To
open.
me, oh,
That
Well,
means
alright,
that outside
alright,
of water
well,
they
they
are not
don't have
like,
open.
they do not
You
have
even
any
take
power
notes
to be
in, like,
closed
fucking
or
fiction.
opened. That means
There's like
that
other fiction that. Go ahead.
okay. It means that the gills themselves do not have the strength to open or close. So they are more or less loose. They are not tight or taut by any sort of muscle.
They're like your nose.
Shit.
It's like your nose, essentially.
No, it's not like a nose.
Well, I'm saying like you can't like.
It's like a cut. It's like a cut that, like, you can't open or close an open cut, right? It's just there.
Yes, you can.
Not like manually. Like you can't
Yes,
flex
especially manually.
No, it's
No,
a
you have
fold
to,
of
like,
skin.
you have to
There's no
physically
muscle to
move
it.
your skin.
A cut?
Yeah, like
You can totally
yeah,
force the catch that.
a cut on your
With your hand.
forearm. You can
When a
with
fish,
your other
when a
hand.
fish gulps in water, the gill
You're gonna
flaps
cl-
close
we're
to stop
saying,
water from
can you
Yeah,
close-
I'm reading the
can you
exact
close
same
open
thing.
your can?
Checkmate L/ratio.
What did
Fucking,
you say?
I fucked your mom.
When a fish
What
gulps
did
in
you
water,
say?
the gill flaps close to stop water from spilling out.
Yeah, but they
Once
don't.
the water
that's not-
passes through the fish's mouth, the flaps open to let the water out. So
That's
they
not
do
a result of
manually
muscles.
open and close.
That is not a result of muscles.
Also, Mike, this is a fictional
Alright,
race
also,
of human
alright,
gill hybrid people. we
point
can
is that
definitely argue
you're missing-
it's
you're missing
possible
my
to make
point.
gills
hold on.
that are
Even
able
if
to
that
be
was
closed.
the case,
No,
even if
it would
that's
be
the
gills.
case,
They're
hold on,
not special
even if that
human
was
gills.
the case,
Oh my
hold on,
god!
even
Yeah,
if
yeah,
that
They
was
literally,
the
special
case,
they
human gills.
literally
They
are.
literally would be
Hold on.
special human
That is
gills.
the entire premise of what Roland
You're
is
moving the
saying.
goalposts. You're moving
No,
the
I'm not.
goalposts.
Even-
We,
hold
we
on,
have not
hold
moved
on,
it at
hold on.
all.
Yes,
we
you
have not
have.
moved it
Even-
You're
once.
changing
hold
what
on.
the gills.
Even
What,
that-
you're
even
changing
No,
what the
that was the
definition is.
no,
case,
no.
even
Yes.
Not
if
at
that
all.
was the
It
Literally,
was
case,
we're
normal
staying-
human with
We're
Hold
gills.
staying.
on.
Literal humans with gills.
With gills,
Human gills.
Not any
yeah,
sort of special
and
human
even still,
gills.
if that was the
It's
case,
just gills.
even still, that was the case.
Oh my
Gills
god, you
need to
guys
be
argue
water.
like such fucking boomers, dude.
No,
I
no,
think you're
gills
trying
need-
to
you
distract
guys
from our
just like
points
want to
by
be like,
calling us
oh
boomers.
man.
No, I don't.
For like,
think,
for,
oh my
because
god,
like
dude.
one, you guys are just not even listening to me. You
Well,
guys
it's because
just,
you're
like,
very, very
why does-
quiet and we
no,
can't really
you're-
hear you.
Yeah, it's hard to hear you.
You guys gotta turn me up, like for real.
I have you at
Yeah.
200% volume.
150% volume.
Yeah,
for
it's
me initiated, I
definitely
still can't
our
hear you.
it's definitely our fault that you're quiet.
I can't.
but,
Oh damn, that
It-
like
it is a
gouged
very
you
bad
so hard.
faith argument to assume that humans with gills wouldn't evolve the function to be able to close them if it was naturally
That's
baked
very
into their
true.
genetic code.
No, I would
That's
say
very
that's
true.
The reason I would say that is specifically why it is not a superior
I get it.
race.
No,
Because
one
it
more,
would
one
open-
more.
Well, I didn't see the last one. I think
He
I
didn't
missed
make
one
it.
along
He
the
didn't
way.
make. No, you didn't
I
make
think
it.
it's a
There
bad
was
argument,
one further.
bad faith to assume that it would be some sort of special human gills when like it's supposed to be superior.
That's literally good
No.
faith, though.
You're not okay.
That's
They're
like
just
the
gills.
opposite of a bad faith argument.
They're
To
just
assume
gills.
assume favorably about something.
But that's my point is that the gills would make them less superior because in normal environments above water, they would be a liability.
I think if they were baked into the genetic code of a human being, that they would be able to adapt the gills to be
Didn't I get
able to
it?
well on land just
Where's
fine.
this?
Dude,
All right.
there you go. Jesus Christ.
All
Thank
right.
you. Go get
All
the
right.
chest.
All right. I'm going to put this to rest because there are amphibious fish. And here
Wait,
is
there
the
are?
information about amphibious
Oh,
fish,
That's a
okay?
really good
And
one.
this is the this
Do
is
they have
how
amphibious
an
fish
amphibious
gills now?
gill would work. Although most fish respire primarily using gills, some fish can at least partially respire using mechanisms that do not require gills. This would be lungs in a human with gills. In some species, cutaneous respiration accounts for 5 to 40% of the total respiration, depending on temperature. Cutaneous respiration is more important in species that breathe air, such as mud skippers
going,
and reedfish.
Fritz.
In such species
way.
can account for nearly
way?
half the total
Yeah.
respiration.
I think.
Fish
Okay.
from multiple groups can live out of the water for extended periods of time. Amphibious fish, such as the mud skipper, can live and move about on land for up to several days, or live in stagnant or
Schmetterling.
otherwise oxygen-depleted
It's
water.
at the other end.
Many such fish can breathe air via a variety of mechanisms. The skin of anguillid eels may absorb oxygen directly. The buccal cavity of the electric eel may breathe air. Catfish of the families Lorisidae, Calicidae, and Scolopelacidae absorb air through their digestive tracts. Lungfish, with the exception of the Australian lungfish, yes, they have lungs, and beachers have paired lungs similar to those of tetrapods and must surface to gulp fresh air through the mouth and pass spent air out through the gills. Gar and bowfin have a vascularized swim bladder that functions in the same way. Loaches, tahirias, and many catfish breathe by passing air through the gut. Mud skippers breathe by absorbing oxygen across the skin, similar to frogs. A number of fish have evolved so-called accessory breathing organs that extract oxygen from the air. Labyrinth fish, such as gouramis and bettas, have a labyrinth organ above the gills that performs this function. A few other fish have structures resembling labyrinth organisms in form and function, most notably snakeheads, pikeheads, and the Claridiae family of fish.
Okay. So what I got from that is that there would be an additional limit to humans that they have to be within water. Within
Oh my
about a
god.
day.
No, that is
No,
entirely wrong.
That's literally
what
the
you
first
should
part
have
of
gotten
thing
from that
said.
is that there are fish that
Yeah.
can live for extended periods of time outside of water. A
Yeah, and
human
humans-
that is otherwise
A human
identical
with
to
gills.
other humans
Yeah.
with gills to breathe underwater would far surpass that.
Yeah, and they would absolutely be able to dwell on land without much issue whatsoever.
I would argue the opposite. It would be
Of course you
it would
would.
be a
Of
liability.
Fucking course
It
you
would be a
would.
complete liability. Are you kidding me? More openings along your body that dry, like you have to
Oh,
worry
here it
about
is.
being in dry, arid areas.
Again, my assumption is they can close the gills.
It's
Uh,
not like
Hello?
a fucking mouth.
Yeah, we
Hello,
got you.
can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah, I've been literally saying this the entire time.
Now we can hear.
What have you been saying?
They would have to adhere to the same rules as a fish would, as the
No,
same
they
fish
don't.
would.
They
No, they
absolutely
wouldn't, because
would
they're
not.
identical
Yes, they
to humans
would.
in
They're
every other
humans,
way.
But
that are
yes, but they
identical to
also
humans with gills.
yes, but they also have gills, right? So they have everything that comes with gills, right? So they can breathe on the water like fucking
Yeah,
fish,
but they
right?
also have everything that humans have, like human lungs.
Yeah, and humans also get dehydrated too.
Yeah, so we drink water.
Yes, but they're also a part fish. So my guessing is they need more water than the average human. No,
No, because
but-
they're
no,
identical
good
to
point.
humans in every way except the gills.
Yeah,
so
but
they
gills
just
would be a
consume the
liability.
exact same amount of water.
Yes.
Yes.
That doesn't even make sense.
Why does that not make sense? Does it make any
Because-
less sense than a
It's absolutely
skilled
perceivable
person?
to
Oh,
humans.
it's awful.
It just literally just seems like you're just making this up as you're going along and be like,
I absolutely
yeah,
am
no,
making it up as I go
you
along
can't,
because it's
like-
not a real fucking thing.
yeah, well, you made up this weird ass fucking random ass question, and then like be like, oh, we're not gonna abide by any like
Can we get
normal
back
fucking
to-
rules.
Can we get
I'm
back
just
to
gonna make the
point at
rules
hand?
up as I'm fucking as you fucking
I
ask
didn't know
me
there
questions.
were rules about making a race of basically.
Well,
fish
like
people.
you made it like like okay, well if it's realistic, then like they would have to abide by realistic anatomy rules, right?
No,
like-
not necessarily.
Well, then what the fuck? I mean, okay, cool. Fucking if aliens came today, that'd be pretty rad, right?
No,
Yeah.
that would be probably an apocalypse.
If they had gills, they'd be able to function perfectly.
Yeah.
Depends
if they had gills.
or not.
Yeah, if they had gills, yeah. If they have gills, yeah, that'd be really cool.
I mean,
If they
because
didn't have
ideally,
gills, it'd be
that's
really
the way they
bad.
would be, right?
Yeah. Because
There wouldn't be any sort of negative
Like
side
every
effects
single
for having
way.
something additional
Yeah.
because it's additive, not subtractive, right, guys?
Right. Exactly.
It is.
It is not. Making something more complicated actually makes it worse in the long run.
Yeah.
Not if they're identical in every other way, like I said.
Except they have gills.
Yes. Identical to humans in every way except the gills, they can breathe
what
underwater.
happened
Dude,
to-
even Aquaman has
Okay.
to go back to water. Like
Yeah,
I don't
so-
know, and he has
No.
gills.
So your example of a fish with lungs was the lungfish,
So
right?
and he's literally
What
he's
happens to
literally
a lungfish in the
Superman.
middle of the desert?
Okay, what happens to a human in the middle of a desert?
Oh my god.
They
Yeah,
would,
they
they
dehydrate.
would last
You
a
right?
lot longer
die.
than they would
No,
with
you
lung-
fucking die.
gills.
A
No,
human in the
they-
middle of the desert dies.
They last at least 3 days. I would say that
Yeah.
somebody with gills would
Not
last
3
a lot
days
less.
when you're dehydrating and sweating like that.
I would say
No,
that
yeah,
the
you
gills
last
would
about 2
complicate
days.
things and make you live a lot
The
less
middle
than
of the
that.
desert is like a cliche death sentence. It's like
Oh,
in
no, it's
all media.
It's an example of a harsh, dry,
What?
arid
Okay,
environment.
what saves someone when they're in the middle of a desert? What is
Being
the
being
safe
able
place?
to retain
An
water.
oasis
Shade.
of
Gills-
water.
No, shade.
Gills
Just
would
shade.
make things
Just
worse.
shade. No, deadass, just shade.
No, I'm saying, what's the
Find shade.
cliche in every story? Every story, someone gets deserted in the middle of a desert. What saves them? Or what do they hallucinate is going to save
Passing
them?
caravan?
An
I don't know.
oasis.
An oasis of water. Because we are water dependent creatures, whether we have gills or not.
You're not getting it. Okay, so it's
I mean,
it's
yeah,
not
no
a cliche
shit.
to say that you find yourself in a dry, arid area. They exist in more places than just a desert. I was using a desert as an example because it's the most common.
Jesus Christ. Does it matter what the arid area is?
No,
I mean, it kind of does.
Oh my god.
Just at your fucking.
in any
This is
sort
the
of
most
dry,
insane
arid
conversation I've
location,
ever heard.
This is
The
like the
gills
most
would be a
pedantic
vast-
shit I've ever fucking heard.
Well,
Dude,
it's
I
not
don't
technically
know.
a desert if it's fucking arable.
No,
I don't know,
Tony,
dude. You're fucking weird
Be
ass
reasonable here, man.
fucking guild humans are just like they're just like fucking meta humans that
Ridiculous?
were, like,
Yes,
created.
they are, and that was the whole point
Yeah,
of the.
and it doesn't make sense.
It absolutely doesn't make sense. I never claimed it did. It's a fucking like stupid.
The
Well,
question
if you
was,
like-
would they be a
but-
superior being?
Yeah, and that's like
And the
you have-
answer would be
you're
no.
literally asking us to make it make sense, right?
The answer to the question is no. They would not be superior because it would be a liability in a lot of different situations.
I don't know, dude.
You're missing the identical to humans in every other way point.
Yeah, and with gills. Gills is additive, therefore they
If
have
they're
weaknesses
identical
of gills.
to humans in every other way, then they can get diseases just like humans,
Yeah,
right?
it's just that
And
they get
they're-
more
then
diseases
they're-
because they have an open gill that they can't close because
Yeah,
gills can't be
and
closed.
humans will exploit that. We
I think they'd
we
exploit the fact that we
humans.
can't breathe underwater.
What? Okay, dude, we have ships that breathe underwater. We literally have drones. We don't need to go
Oh,
underwater.
that's taking
They
it
do
to a different
too.
place altogether, guys.
No, they don't.
What part of
They're
exactly
fishing.
identical to humans in
Let's-
every way
Let's
did you
take
not
the element
understand?
of sabotage from other humans out of this, please. That's not the point we're trying to make. It's like, would a person with gills be a superior being? No, they would be, in fact, more, susceptible to all the weaknesses that gills would offer. Does having gills add? Does gills in themselves have a weakness? Yes or no?
No. They
Yes.
let you breathe
The answer to
underwater.
that question is yes.
But they let you breathe underwater. That's a huge advantage. That's 70%
It's
of the
not
Earth's
offset by all the
extra they could
negatives
possibly-
because you'd be out of water.
Are
I
these
just-
like
Gills out of
magical
water
gills?
add liability.
Okay, hold on. Are these like magical gills or are these like actual like biological gills?
Let's say magical.
Okay, if
Fine.
they're
If it's magical,
gills,
then they're superior beings.
Yeah.
They're
I would just,
that's
I
moving
would
the
just like to,
goalposts, though.
I would just like
That's
to point out
changing the
that the
definition of
words,
what we were arguing about.
I'd like to point out that the words "I'm going to put this argument to rest" were uttered 20 minutes ago.
But it failed to put anything to rest
Yeah,
because
it
there was
did.
no
You
point.
didn't
You know,
I think it put it to
More
rest.
questions than you put to
I
rest.
think it put it to rest. I think you guys are
I'm
wrong.
sure you did.
Yeah.
I'm sure you did think you put it to rest, but it didn't.
I'm just being
Matter
a
of fact,
cock.
you just woke it up. Like, it made no sense, actually.
This
You're
is
just like, oh, yeah, no.
this is
Gills require water, and, like, there are some fish that, like, can come outside of water for
This is,
an extended period of time.
Okay.
And it's like, okay,
This is
yeah.
almost-
So, like, there are fish that can go outside of water for an extended period of time. So that means they have to come back to water at some point in
So
time.
I do have another aspect I could ask here. So
Oh my
let's
god.
say a person with
Oh my
wings, right? A person has wings. They have bird-like wings coming out of their back.
Also,
Are you about to
When
ask
they're
if
not
a
flying,
brain
are
of
the
a
wings
people
liability
would be
of the
superior
ocean,
because they
so
have?
like I think we're the winners.
And I
I don't know, like motherfuckers get fucking clapped by like
this is just like the
a 6-pack of fucking plastic. So I think we're the superior race right now.
this
They
is literally
are.
like
They have
the
a posable pumps machine. They can easily get that off of them.
Yeah. They're humans.
Yeah,
they would be the
sure.
ones producing the plastic.
So they
Yeah.
they have
Because they
feet,
probably
too.
would have killed us millennia
Hold on,
ago
hold on,
because
hold on,
they
hold
could
on,
have
hold
beaten
on,
us because
hold on,
they're
hold on, hold on.
superior race.
So wait, they have feet, or they have like, are they like
no,
mermen?
that's
No,
that's
that wouldn't
beside
be
the point.
identical to
That's-
humans.
It's identical to
So
humans.
they
Identical
have
to humans.
identical to humans
So
in
they have
every
feet.
way,
Every way except they
Gills.
can breathe underwater.
Except for they can breathe
And they have
underwater, so
gills.
they swim just as fast as normal humans.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I would make the
Oh,
argument
wow,
that they'd
okay.
spend more time in the water, so they'd probably be more adept overall. But
Okay, so
And they
like,
also swim
so
faster by
there's
default
nothing
because they
too
can
much
breathe
more
underwater.
other
that's
than just
also
breathe.
true. They don't need to surface, so
Yeah.
they would
It's
be able
kinda
to
like-
swim
Okay.
faster.
It's kind of like running, right? You can take breaths while running. Normally during swimming, you
So
can't
it's,
take
yeah,
breaths while
so like
swimming.
you're just fighting a guy who can just run forever, but can't really run any faster than any normal person.
But this is what.
Yeah,
player
he'd
we're
be a
trying to
heck of a
do.
marathon runner.
Yeah, and okay, all right,
Not
hold up,
really,
hold
but-
up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. All right, you just made a really bad point, Nasheed. You're about to get fucking owned because do you know why humans have survived as long as they have?
Because of their intelligence.
Because of our
That is part of it,
endurance.
but also
Because of our
Rowers does make a really good
endurance.
point.
Because we are not made to catch things. We are made to run long enough
Okay.
that nothing can keep up.
That's not
Right.
why.
That is
Okay, but
absolutely
that's-
true.
okay.
That is like an
Okay, okay.
anthropological fact. I will look it up. It has a
So-
name.
Okay, my question is now,
Well, that was when we
how
were
are they
hunting mammoths,
okay?
right?
How are
That was the example.
they
Endurance
that's like
running
us to be able to
hypothesis is a
keep up to
series
our
of
prey.
conjectures which presumes
Not
humans
what-
evolved anatomical and physiological
Yes, our
adaptations to
prey.
run long distances. And more strongly,
Yeah,
that
that's
running is
our
the only
prey.
known behavior that would account for different body plans in Homo sapiens as opposed to apes and Australopithecines.
Yeah, and that
Here's a
makes
question.
sense.
The hypothesis
Our prey,
posits a
right?
significant role of endurance running in facilitating early hominins' ability to obtain meat. Proponents
Yes,
of this
that's literally
hypothesis
what I'm
propose the
saying.
endurance running
Holy
served as a
shit.
means of hominins to effectively engage
wanna
in
read the
persistence
entire, like-
hunting.
Oh, you are literally
That's
going
a
through the
good
entire
point.
period every time.
Yeah, so if you can persistence hunt on land and in water.
Well, outside of water, you would have the liability of the gills to contend with.
I can't believe you're still hung up on that.
It's like
Because it
talking
is.
to a brick wall.
Okay, so what happens in cold temperatures to gills?
They close.
They don't close because they would be a
They don't
liability
close.
'cause
They
would
do
freeze.
close because, by your own reading, gills stay open because of the buoyancy of water.
But you're outside of water, and
When
then they
you're
would be able to
outside of
flap
water,
around.
they would not be open because the air is not buoyant.
They're loose. There's nothing taut to them. There's no muscles holding them flat.
Who's got the echo? It's driving me insane. I've
That's
never
That's
quiet
the
enough.
sheep.
That's so bad.
Okay, do gills have muscles, yes or no?
I honestly don't know.
They
I'm not a
don't,
fucking
because all they are is-
ichthyologist.
They're just flaps of skin that are adapted to absorb the oxygen and water. They're not any sort of like muscle.
I think you need a lesson in buoyancy.
Buoyancy only applies when you're in water.
Exactly!
When you're outside of water,
Oh,
there's
They would be
bitch,
closed!
bitch,
No,
here
they
you
would
go,
be
bitch.
loose.
I found it. I found it. Between each gill slit is a myotome or somite that is a muscle and skeletal tissue arch. Those somites will develop the cartilage and bone to support the gill slits and the muscles to control their opening and closing.
Fucking checkmate.
Yeah, I gotta say that is.
You have definitively been
absolutely
beaten.
checkmate.
I'd still say they're still alive.
No, shut up. Shut up.
They close on
hold
land.
That's not checkmate.
It is
They don't-
literally
Not
checkmate.
That's like
They
calling
close
a
on
mouse
land and they
checkmate.
become identical to other humans.
Dude, okay,
That's
that
it.
just means that they have another orifice that has to stay moist, right?
Who
Yep,
says it doesn't
that's
even
true.
have to stay moist?
Well,
Yes.
it has
Not
to
if it's
stay
closed.
in
No,
order
no,
to-
just like no, because even if you close your nose, it still has to stay moist.
Because
otherwise
it's
that shit
connected
will
to
stay
your
closed.
mouth and you're always respirating
No,
through your
your
mouth.
nose not connected to your fucking mouth.
Bro, are you about to tell me the nasal passages do not exist?
Right, but you're fucking
Like you
and
got
so
a whole
where you're-
fucking
hold on,
hole in your head
hold on,
that
hold on.
connects.
So
to-
wait, are you telling me that your fucking gills are connected to your fucking lungs?
This is the best.
Wait, what?
Are you wrong? So what? Are the gills not connected to the lungs? They just have a separate lung capacity
Well,
somewhere.
gills do not interact with the
Gills
lungs at
are
all.
yeah, they're
Well,
it wouldn't be
no. In this capacity, they would have to, right?
No, they don't.
So they just have an extra
read an
pair of
example
lungs
of a
somewhere.
lungfish.
well,
They just have an
well
extra
gills
pair.
gills don't need lungs. They're not connected to lungs. They are the lungs.
Gills just take the oxygen and water and diffuse it into the body. It does
Yeah,
not actually interact
Fish
with
don't
the
have
lungs.
lungs connected to their gills.
Okay.
That part is not. That should not be part of our discussion.
All right,
Why?
here's one. Do you need to keep your asshole moist? Because that closes.
Yes,
That
because
closes.
it's dry.
Do.
Have you ever had a dry asshole?
Do. You actually do. The reason
I
why
do.
you
I
have
do
fucking
prefer
cheeks is because-
a not dry
is
ass.
because you.
I,
The
I
reason
prefer
why
a
you have
slightly moist
cheeks
asshole.
are because you keep your asshole
Have you
moist.
have you ever
Okay,
heard of a
and the
bidet?
cheeks close and keep the asshole moist.
Are you saying
Yeah.
we would have cheeks around our gills?
Yeah. Are you
Well, if
saying
if they're
that?
opening and closing, maybe.
Yeah, but are your
That wouldn't be
cheeks,
identical
like,
to humans.
No,
Like
but like, are your
ass
cheeks
gills?
like big enough to cover your gills? Like, are your gills like just I don't know, like you got flaps over your gills? Like, what's happening here?
I don't fucking know.
Okay, then.
It's not
so your
a
gills
real
are just
situation.
closing, and they're being like exposed,
What do we want it
like
to
fucking
be?
your lips. No, they're like your lips, and it's like you closing your lips.
No,
And
it's
they're
not.
being dry.
No, it's
Yes,
not.
Gills
No,
do
yes,
not
it
equal
will be
lips.
100% like your lips.
No.
It'll be 100
Oh.
because they're like a slit in your fucking neck or your fucking side.
Lip
that is
muscles are
literally-
different from
that's-
gills.
No, they're literally cartilage. We literally just went over that.
Okay, I'll give you that's a fair argument. So the inferiority then would just that they'd have to just apply chapstick to their gill flaps.
No, they will have to be near like
I guess
constant
so.
water.
No,
Okay,
they
no.
wouldn't.
This is a good thing. So you would have to take additional
have to be
steps to
in,
take care
like-
of them, right?
You have to take like fucking like water vessels with you.
I don't think there are
If you wanna go
7
It
here.
anywhere
would become
in the
some
area.
sort of
Fritz,
liability,
you're
right?
missing
You would
one.
have to.
Yeah, I know. I just can't find it.
Okay,
You have to keep going to the end.
Hold on. Let's say it again.
And you got to start with the one that's behind.
Yeah, I have been doing that. Is there more than one behind me though? Like
No.
all the way? Oops.
No,
okay.
there's not.
That's even a thing in like fucking every
Okay, you got to
fucking-
repeat yourself because I didn't hear it.
He said that's literally a thing in every fucking.
Okay, what is a thing?
Fucking like if like Aquaman. Aquaman has to, like when his fucking army invades the surface world, they have to use fucking
Water. Well, that's
like-
because they don't have lungs.
Yeah.
Okay, but
yeah,
those
they
are
have fucking gills.
those are
Those
not
Those are
not
merpeople.
identical to humans with gills.
Those are
I mean,
Atlanteans.
they
that
Atlanteans
evolved
are not
underwater.
identical to humans
Yes,
in any way.
That is true. That is true.
Like they would,
Okay.
and like if you want to say superior race, Atlanteans are definitely the superior race in the Aquaman lore. Like they are stronger, faster, smarter, higher tech. Like
There's the racism I wanted to hear.
no, like dead ass. Like
But no, but my
they
still-
beat
my
the
still-
absolute fuck out of humans.
No, but my okay, I get that.
And then
But, my point is
look at
still valid
Black
that they would
Manta
still
gets
need some type
gets
of-
Atlantean tech and becomes like fucking Lord of the Seas.
Yeah, but that's a
Well,
human.
that's more of a
with-
technology.
Yeah, that's a human
Yeah,
with
that's-
their advanced technology. That's what I'm saying. They're better in every way. Their technology's better. They're stronger. They're faster. They can breathe underwater. The only
that's-
reason Aquaman is better than Atlanteans is because they have some bullshit that's like his half human. Like DNA unlocked even more powerful Atlantean primal
Well, it's
shit or
because
whatever.
he's the
Yeah,
best
which
of
is
both worlds and
garbage.
able to go between them. Also, he's the royal line that can breathe air as well as water.
It's a superior
That
race.
doesn't even make sense. Yeah, that's very stupid.
Well, that's fucking DC comics.
Yeah.
Okay. The argument is normal human with gills. Right.
Right, but yeah, even
Not
still,
Aquaman.
I would imagine they would still have to have some type of water vessel on them at all times.
But
because
Well,
There
but
was-
we,
there was
we
a-
already do.
Yeah, I mean, like everybody takes a water bottle everywhere.
Yeah,
anyway.
like you can't you can't live without water. It's not like
Yeah.
we're
But the point is that okay, so there was a line you said earlier about some sort of chapstick for gills.
sure.
Would you say that would be some sort of like liability you would have to cover?
No, because when I go a day without chapstick, I don't fucking die. I'm just a little uncomfortable. I'm mildly irritated.
Yeah, but that's like made for like accepting
The
air.
reason why that mild irritation doesn't become anything worse is because you have to take care of it, right?
It's very simple. Here, I will walk you through exactly how long it takes for me to take care of my chapped lips. I will do it
But-
right now.
If you don't have chapstick like some sort of normal human,
There. That's the end of my maintenance, my lip maintenance for the day.
Yeah, it's sort of along the lines of saying that men are the superior gender because we don't have to deal with PMS. And
That
shit
it's
like
very
that.
true. That's basically the same line of argument.
for you,
No, for you. That additional maintenance makes something inferior.
I'm saying it's more of a liability. I'm
Would
not
you say
saying
having a
that it-
vagina is more of a liability because you
You're
have?
making this about like gender now.
Well, yeah, because that's an additional flap on your body that you need to keep moist.
And,
And
a
men
lot,
have a
let's
penis
face
that
it, a
have the same
lot of
requirements.
problems. Yeah.
Yeah,
They
there's a
have the
lot of
same
problems.
general requirements.
This might be
You're
the
trying
most
to turn
bizarre
this into
argument
some sort
we've
of
had.
like.
I think it is without question the most bizarre argument I've ever had. I even
Yeah,
told
this is not.
Christina texted me and she was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Having an argument about whether fish people would be superior to humans."
Oh my god.
And she goes, "What do you think?"
What do you think?
I think yes, they would be.
I would say no.
And that's what we're doing. We're doing it very ethically.
What are you watching, Nashid?
Yeah, we can hear what you're watching, Nashid.
We can hear what you're watching, and it's still echoing.
And it's already just gotten.
Ah, there we go. I already hit the red one. Oh, I wish so bad there was a way to skip the celebration at the end of the fights.
You could. Yeah.
Even the fast forward doesn't do it. I've tried.
Oof.
Does that sound better?
I think so.
Hello, hello, hello.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
no
there
echo
you go.
anymore.
Still going on?
You're good now. Yep, no echo. No echo, no bleeding of television.
Alright.
It's this part because I have no good depth perception right here, so I can't tell if I should go left or right around the fucking thing.
All I can say is it feels really good to be breathing and not shouting about fish people.
But see, your situation would be that much worse if you had gills, because then you'd be able to.
No, we're not going to use it anymore. Shut the fuck up, Mike.
Alright, even if they have fucking gills and they can fucking close them, I still don't think they will be like they're better than humans, because humans will just still find a way to kill them. I don't know. We kill all things. I don't know. We're very
But the
good
fish people would kill us too, because they're literally just humans with gills.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, they would be living in the same society. Like, it's not like.
No, they'd be ostracized.
I think it'd be the other way around.
Any sort of difference would not be tolerated. Are you kidding me?
I
Yeah,
think
but
we'd
barely
be
tolerate
there.
it.
I think we would be
Okay,
their
depends on where the
slaves.
gill.
At
Through
this
Exactly
point.
that.
Where are
Through
the
history,
gills?
like the color of our skin was the biggest.
the
difference
guild man's
between how
burden.
we treat each other.
Yeah, the guild man's burden. That's
Gills.
good.
Where are the gills?
Going to-
Civilize
Could
all
you
of
imagine
these landlockers.
The gill
Moses and the
man's
gill
burden.
people being?
Where are the gills? Like, where are they located?
I would assume that they're classically located on like the collarbone or something like that.
I was thinking on the neck, like a gillyweed in Harry Potter.
Yeah, something like that.
Somewhere very identifiable.
Something that we can agree on, right?
Sure.
I'm sure we'll find a way to
Yeah,
disagree about
there
it.
will be a way to disagree on
Well,
it.
somebody wants to put cheeks on the gills.
That's not identical to humans.
No, it would be.
That's
cheek gills.
adding something that's not
It'll be
on humans.
flaps.
Humans do
Yeah,
not
like
have
gills.
So
gill
is
Hold on,
gills,
hold on.
bro.
Let's look at
No.
some animals that
You
actually
said-
have gills,
Remember
and look
when-
how the gills look. Because we might
They're
need
like
to,
flush to the body when they're closed.
Are they? Are they? Though?
Yes,
Yes,
they
because
are.
it's aerodynamic or hydrodynamic.
Well, they
Okay.
would be vented in such a way so that water flows through natural movement.
Water does that is like some fish. That's sharks.
Well,
So my answer is just use hydro pump.
Yeah.
I have a level
Honestly,
3
I really like the
sphere.
sphere grid.
I love the sphere grid.
I do
I
too.
mean, if they had a sphere there that gave you gills, I'd probably avoid it.
Of course.
I mean, you would probably need it for blitzball, but
Also, I don't
we
think
can
like
ignore that.
I don't think that like you guys are like overestimating how strong like a Fitch flap is though.
A what flap?
A fish
the flap,
flap.
the
It's
lungs.
what you said, I
I
believe.
don't know what a fish flap is.
I
I don't
think-
know if
I
I'm
think-
overestimating or
I
underestimating. 'Cause I don't know
believe
what the
that is
fuck
what-
it is.
I believe that is what he classifies as a gill.
Yeah.
Mama.
I meant to say Gil.
Jesus fucking Christ, man.
Okay, what did you say? Underestimating
Fish
how
flap.
powerful a fish flap is?
Okay, that part of the argument cannot be made.
Oh no, actually, I think you're overestimating how strong Gil flap is. Like it's strong enough to close itself, but like you can also just lift it up.
Okay, so if there are gills with muscles in them, I'll see that point. Like the muscles would be only as strong enough to kind of hold it closed under most circumstances.
And I would
So, like,
assume
it
it
would
would.
be.
Let's
It
say
wouldn't be like
it's
a hand strength. It would not be like hand strength. It would be more like.
Probably be like as
okay.
strong as you can
It-
Or like
close
sphincter strength.
Yes, it's. I was going
Oh,
to say it's
it's
going to be. It's
really strong.
it would be akin to an anus that it is closed
No,
by default,
I would say
It'd be
that's.
more
Maybe
close
maybe
to
a little
eye.
less powerful.
and
but
like
would-
it's
somewhere around that range.
it's like
like your eye.
it's holding
Like your
itself
eye.
closed automatically.
Your
You don't have to sit there and think like, gotta clench my butt, gotta clench my butt, gotta clench my butt. It's just like stays shut, right?
Well, I don't know. Some days it's like that.
I would say you know the muscles that you can like move your nose with, like you kind of like flare your nose. It'd be kind of like that strength. It wouldn't be something that you could like.
or your butthole, which
No,
is very comparable to
no,
No.
that's very powerful
Strong
actually.
your
Your
butthole,
butt, like
actually.
the sphincter is very powerful.
The reason why your butthole is strong.
It's true.
That ass.
Haven't you ever like measured the strength of your asshole?
Yes.
Like,
I've never fucking. What the fuck?
Andy's
I
dying.
know you.
Good job, guys. You fucking killed it.
Broke Andy. Huh? I'm sorry. I guess I must be the unsuperior
All right,
race.
This is just such an
move it up.
absurd thing. You're telling me you actually measured like the force that your butthole can exert?
Well,
You've never
clench.
lifted weights with your butthole?
I mean, you've never like held something there.
I've never what?
You've never like held something there or crushed something with it.
Well, I've
What?
crushed a lot
No.
of things with my
All right.
butthole.
No.
In a solid sphere test for examination of anal sphincter strength, it was found that the sphincter strength was
Your search history is going to be
between
really
5
weird
and
now, right?
7 newtons.
7
How much was it?
5 and 7 newtons.
That is a fucking ton. Shit.
So fairly like 15 pounds of pressure.
It's enough to pull the trigger.
Yeah, you could pull a trigger with your butthole.
And so I feel like that's a little bit too much for Gills, would you say?
I think that a butthole strength would be a little bit over the strength of the
Yeah.
gill, but it's
Which is why
kind
I'm like,
it's kind of in that range.
I'm kind of thinking like
like
like-
your eyelid.
the muscles that
Yeah,
use to
I
kinda,
think
like,
eyelid would be fair. Maybe a little
Eyelid?
stronger than that.
Yeah, eyelid's more probably accurate.
Maybe a little stronger than an eyelid.
Definitely.
I don't know.
Like
Eyelids are pretty strong too.
Yeah.
No, I
Yeah,
think
You ever
Yeah.
tried like just fucking force your eyes shut real quick? You could.
Yeah,
the
there's a
more
lot
I
of
think about
force.
it, the more sense that would make. So I think like eyelids would probably be the accurate measurement
I
of
can
how.
concede eyelids.
Okay. So
Oh my god, we agreed on something.
the gills can close, but they can only close with the strength of an eyelid, right? It's kind of like closing your eyes.
I would argue a little bit stronger than an eyelid because
All right.
Because
Now,
they're
can
larger.
yeah, they're larger and things pass through them.
Now, can we also say that when you're closing your eyelids shut, you're trying to keep them closed. You do water a little bit, correct?
Well, no.
Nashid, you're
Nashid-
asking a lot for us to agree on
No.
two things.
That is. What are you trying to go? Which direction are you trying to go with
Okay,
this?
yeah,
Nashid?
finish the whole thought first.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Oh, I can't hear you.
You're
Shit.
Hello.
are you there, buddy?
I'm here.
Okay, you just weren't saying anything for
All
the
right,
past
when you force
20
your
seconds.
eyelids closed, they water.
All right, so that means like you produce water, or they, I guess, in some way do produce water to keep themselves moist, correct?
Yes.
So they have to stay moist, like would say like your eyes would, and when you close them back, you close your eyes as you would like if you were just walking blind, almost.
Yes.
They would have to have some sort of built-in like antibacterial mechanism
Let's
to
say
keep from
it's
just being
let's say
infected all
it
the time.
uses similar amounts of water as the eyes too. It has to keep itself
So-
moist. It has some kind of tear duct like an
Okay.
eye.
So if it uses similar amount of water
Ah,
like
Hey,
your
dude.
eye would,
Ugh.
it's it's comparable to say that it would use more. We'd be using more
Water.
water than the average human, correct?
Slightly, I guess.
What do you mean slightly? How big are these gills?
I mean, I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? Are they like
I
the
don't
size?
fucking
mean,
know.
The point is acknowledge that you would be using more water.
Yeah,
correct?
like I said, a marginal amount of more of water. But it's like, have you ever like had a day where you cried enough that you're dehydrated? Like that doesn't happen.
Yeah,
Well,
very depressing, but yes, I have.
have you had dry eyes? Try clear
actually
eyes.
does happen on.
Some people have like sclerosis or some.
I'm gonna
sort of
look up if
eye
you can
problem.
cry yourself to dehydration.
Well,
I
no,
bet you can.
But
There's
dry
a lot
eyes
of
is
tears, and I
a
feel real
systematic
bad for that
problem
person,
of
but I
having
bet it's
eyes
possible.
sometimes.
I have
Crying
like,
is
allergies
very
that-
unlikely to dehydrate you unless you haven't been drinking enough fluid. Unless you're already dehydrated. Dehydration is
they-
usually the result of excess sweating.
Right, but you're also like you have more pores to worry about than the normal.
No, you would have ducts, not pores.
Yeah, there would be
Or
let's say
you have average-
gill ducts that are functionally identical to tear ducts in keeping the organ moist.
Okay. You still need more water.
Yes, like I said, marginally more water.
And by marginally, you mean minusculely.
Yeah, like
Yeah, like
not
maybe
not
a
even
bottle.
enough. Like
negligible.
okay, it probably like Nishid, I need more water per day than you because I'm taller. It would probably be less than that.
It's not even
Okay.
true.
That's
Yeah, I'm wondering about
Like-
that.
like-
Is that true?
you need more intake of fluid and food because you're bigger. A larger human requires more.
And
That's
a human
just
with
a
gills
fact.
requires more too.
A tiny amount more, sure.
I wouldn't say tiny.
Does it make me inferior that I'm taller and require more to eat every day?
Yes.
It depends on
Yeah,
like okay, so in the environment, maybe.
You would be like
Out in
Like,
the streets,
so-
maybe.
The point is, like, there are certain environments that the gills would be a liability. That was my original point, and I'm still.
And
kinda
there
sticking
is
to it here.
massive environment in which they would be a boon.
70% of the world.
More than that, because you get an entire extra dimension to it. It's not
True.
just 70% of the flat land. It's 70% of the flat land plus the third dimension down.
I mean, only maybe like 1% of the water on Earth is fresh, so you would probably suffocate in the salt water because you
Who
have
said
like
they
when
are
did we
freshwater
say they're
gills.
freshwater fish?
No,
Yeah,
it's
who
freshwater
said that
gills
they
on
were
a human.
freshwater
That's what you
humans?
said from the beginning, right,
No,
guys?
never
No,
specified.
Never is
That
the
was
word
never
which one is it?
specified. I would have
Which one is it?
assumed saltwater because
So-
that's how things live in water
So
by
it's all saltwater.
default.
Would there be a different
Life
race between
evolved in
saltwater
saltwater.
humans and
Life
freshwater
began
humans?
in saltwater.
Would there be different races of freshwater humans and saltwater humans?
No, I think they'd all be like brackish types. Like a bull shark.
Yeah,
That'd
I
be
would
either
say
one.
probably brackish that they could breed both. Because they'd be found in all areas of the world.
Just like humans.
Yeah.
Or would they just all
The
of a
way
sudden be
humans
found
can live in cold environments and hot environments and arid environments and wet
all
environments.
of a sudden just be found everywhere?
What?
Just all of a sudden they just found everywhere.
Well, we're talking about an entirely different timeline of Earth here. So it wouldn't be all of a sudden they're found everywhere. It would be they migrated with humans.
Or they survived to surpass the Homo sapien?
Yeah, they evolved somewhere.
There was
and
actually a
spread
time
from
where there
there.
was like a dozen or so humanoid type of races,
Yeah.
but then mysteriously there was only one.
Because not really a mysterious.
They got
I just
fucking
beat
murdered.
the Fucking yeah.
They got
just
clapped.
out of the other one.
Well, it would have happened in prehistory, probably. So it would be mysterious.
I would
It's
see
kinda-
the point
It's
that
kind of
if
like how
there
we're
was
not 100% sure what happened to the Neanderthals, whether they died out
Right.
from competition from Homo sapiens or whether
No.
we fucking
And
murdered
Homo
them.
habilis, I believe.
there is a
Same
there is a
thing.
point I'd like to see
Did we
here.
ever share land
That
with Homo
if-
habilis?
I
Raleigh?
think so.
No, there are some. There was some little.
I won't go so easy on you
Little,
next time.
little like villages they had together. Like, for the most part, they did not like coexist. There were like a few in the north that did though.
Okay, so I would like to. So there is a if it was kind of like the time of where there was like a 12 or so different humanoid races, and one of those was a human with lungs, and one of those was human without lungs. I'd like to think that there would still be the two still existing today. Like there would be the humans, normal humans on land, and then the humans with the gills would obviously be underwater. But I think in either environment, the other one would have the superiority. I think the human race that would have the gills, like I said, would be a liability on land. So the land-dwelling, gill-less humans would have the advantage.
I don't
Shockingly,
think so.
I disagree with you.
No.
Because have you ever seen a swimmer run?
No,
They're
hold up.
perfectly adequate.
Hold up. Here's the thing. Human societies evolved around a couple things. The first was fire, which you
Yeah.
can't do underwater.
Yeah.
So you
Or
would
I don't
have
know.
them also living on land. They would probably be
Maybe-
living on land adjacent
maybe
to
you
water.
give the fire gills.
My guess is
and-
they'd be living on land adjacent to water. The second thing is agriculture, which is on land adjacent to water. There's a reason the largest cities in the world are
Hey.
all coastal.
But think about that extra dimension of agriculture that you could cultivate underwater.
Right. Like you could have kelp farms or
Sea
like
cucumbers.
I guess algae farms or something like that. I don't know. But
I guess then yes, they are the superior race because at that point you would have to like migrate with normal humans, right? They're going alongside humans. There's no other way for like that to even exist. Like because we have some Neanderthals in
right,
us.
right. We all have some Neanderthal DNA, and it varies
So,
depending
like,
on
it would
where
it
your
would just like
ancestry's from. But
yeah,
I
we
don't
die off because humans wouldn't be able to keep up. We'll have to because they because these half breeds would have human half breed babies who most likely if this is a dominant gene would have gills, and then they would go on to like live a life of both above sea and below sea, and like it would just leave
below sea.
generation behind. So I guess yes. Are we done?
Ugh.
My point is we should ask Mark Zuckerberg this question to expose him as the fish person
No,
that he
no,
is.
they're not cat people, so he wouldn't really care.
But he's a
Doesn't really
fish
care about
person. Of course he would care.
Oh, no, he only likes cat women. He's only in interest in ability to
No,
make his AI girlfriend or
my point is he is a fish person, so he'd be exposing
oh yes. Well, I mean, I don't know if you want to bring attention.
Motherfucking gay fish.
it.
Gay fish, y'all.
That might have been the most insane argument I've ever taken place in.
That's still going on.
No, it's not.
No,
Rashid has conceded.
I have not. It's still a liability.
You
in my eyes.
literally just conceded like a minute ago.
I conceded the point that the two races could exist at the same time and would not be able to get rid of each other. But it would still be a liability on land.
It wouldn't exist anymore.
No.
It's because like fucking what? It's genetics, right? Am I wrong? Like
the smallest differences between the human races made was like, you know, maybe like, you know, you slumped a little bit more versus the others or something like that.
Difference now in between Neanderthals and non-Neanderthals is I think you guys can drink milk, right? You guys are a little bit more taller.
I don't think that has to do with Neanderthals. I think that has to do with the fact that certain areas of the world domesticated certain animals and others didn't.
What are you talking about?
Lactose intolerance.
Oh, I had the opportunity to find out why 90% of Asia was lactose intolerant, but I didn't pursue it.
I think it's because they didn't domesticate cows until they were brought in from Europe.
I'm not 100% sure
it's
that's
just
true,
like
though, 'cause they've got
Native Americans are much more susceptible to alcoholism because their societies didn't.
But they have
alcohol.
like
So
the Vietnamese have that whatever it's called type of water buffalo that's native to southern Asia. What is it called?
The one from Apocalypse Now.
No, the one from Tropic Thunder. I gotta bite his hide. That thing.
It's probably the same one from Apocalypse.
I would say human humans would be like the humans in Warcraft, where they have big giant castles and awesome like armies and stuff. And the fish humans would be like Murlocs. They would just be subjugated to the sides of the water, and they wouldn't be allowed to do anything.
Don't shit on King Murgle Gurgle.
Okay, this butterfly gig is to get Kamari's thing.
Yeah.
I don't even use him.
You should. You absolutely should.
It's too late, dude.
It's not
at all, dude. You will find. You will unlock a way to get so much XP that everything you've earned so far will be completely meaningless.
Yeah. You absolutely.
But I would have to go and learn all of those skills.
You're
Yeah.
gonna have to capture the monsters anyways.
I mean, I
Yeah,
think I already
you-
got all of them here.
You
there a way to
probably
see it?
did not. You'll have to go back to the arena.
Eh. But I think I got all of them.
Whatever.
You might have. Oh wait, no. Because I think there's some in the the place outside of the woods. Once you get to, like, the clearing, like up and to the left. I
But
think there's
let's
other-
look for this dad or whatever, husband.
Oh, right. I think he's where the sphere morph was. So make a right here. You might want to save.
Do you think I'm gonna run into? Oh,
I think you should save. I think you should save. You should save right now.
I think
this argument tuckered you out.
yeah, I'm starting to get like it's about to be 4 o'clock.
I got you.
It is late.
oh.
All right.
Have a good night,
man. We'll catch you
Good night.
I should
GG's
go
with
to bed
that,
too,
with that debate.
but I'm just in an argumentative mood.
No, I
Are
never
you
would
now?
fucking guess.
I don't know. I just
don't
feel
know.
like if
I
they
guess it's not here.
if they coexist with humans, they would
They are
have-
not the superior race.
It would just get bred out.
Oh my god.
Superior race will just eventually just be the last race. So like,
Yeah.
it'll be a
Fucking,
mixture of the two.
Not that way.
the very question itself is flawed and racist. So why are we even debating this?
Yeah, Revlin. Why are we debating this moment?
Why is the
Racist.
question?
I don't know, because we saw people breathing water in Final Fantasy X, and I asked if a human could breathe water, would they not be the technically the superior race?
You saw a racist game, and we was like,
I mean,
Yeah, because we were talking about the fucking Waka saying they're the inferior race, yeah? This all came from Waka's racism. It's not, I didn't bring it, Waka did.
I'll be right back.
blame the brown guy.
Yeah.
Right?
The brown sports guy.
Fucking,
He's kneeling, taking a knee in my blitz ball.
Let live.
Not in my spear.
Yeah, make Spear great again.
Alright, I'll catch you guys later.
All right, have
Have a
a
good
Right.
night, dude.
Good night.
Okay.
Live and let live.
There's that jackass.
I'm never gonna ask Mike the billion lions versus every Pokemon question. That'll turn into another fucking debate.
what is that?
Yeah, I'm
Uh,
curious as well.
It's a heavily contested debate on the internet. Which would win, a billion lions or one of every Pokemon?
Well, Arceus alone just unmakes the lions.
Yeah, people have arguments against that.
I'll be right back.
Man, you can't go 5 feet.
I won't go so easy.
Without getting into an argument.